edition of Inside Monster Jam. We take a look back at the best moments of our first season.
It's the best show on TV. It's the only show I watch anymore. It's the best.
Inside Monster Jam.
True fans of monster truck racing, your patience has been awarded because it's the best of Inside Monster Jam. It took a whole year to compile all this footage. We're going to give it to you right here, right now. 1/2 hour of the best. All right, the top 5 races. Number 5 right here, right now. Houston, they're still talking about it. Tom Meents Monster Patrol went off, went crazy, climbed up into the stands. It's Inside Monster Jam.
Monster Trucks. Number 5.
Predator and Monster Patrol set the stage for this 12-truck Texas blowout in front of a sold-out Astrodome crowd. Now check out Lyle Hancock, who filled in for the injured Tony Farrell of Wild Thing. In qualifying, he was paired against his former boss, Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Hancock was a driver for the Gravedigger team for Dennis Anderson until they had a falling out. So you knew there may have been a little more at stake than just a race between these two. In fighting for the win, it was Hancock actually having Wild Thing ahead until the 4-link bar broke that caused that rollover. Hancock was okay in this crash, but the truck was done for the night as the Digger moved on. Scott Stevens and King Crunch got a little squirrely off the crushed cars here, just avoided getting T-boned by Reptoid and ended up against the safety wall. Believe it or not, with the race victory. In the next round, he faced Jesse Berge and playing for keeps. Berge's 1993 Chevy was a little wide on the corner and was unable to recover. Now, Reptoid, who was the fast qualifier, faced off against Gravedigger. Dennis Anderson gets disqualified for knocking out the track pylon, but he promised the crowd of 48,000 he'd be back for freestyle.
Dennis, there's one opportunity for you to come back tonight. You know what that is, buddy? That's freestyle. We're going to go out there and tighten up our nuts and bolts. I'm going to cut that old panel truck loose out here. All right, you heard it. Digger will be back!
Off the start, Meents stays low to the ground and pulls out to the early race lead. But Monster Patrol then fell behind and had to stage a comeback. In a mad dash to the finish line, he beats Predator for the victory. The Chevy wasn't going to hold back when it came time for the finals against King Crunch. Now, Meents has the pedal down low and is burning up the Astrodome course. Even though Crunch's engine was revved high, he just couldn't keep up with Monster Patrol, and it was Monster Patrol coming away, earning the hard-fought victory. Now, remember Dennis Anderson saying that the Digger would be back for freestyle?
That's freestyle. We're going to go out there and tighten up our nuts and bolts. I'm going to cut that old panel truck loose out here.
And Digger didn't disappoint the 48,600 fans. You just knew it was going to happen. But the real rabble-rouser was who else but Tom Meents and Monster Patrol. After he won the final round race against King Crunch, Meents not only climbed up on his truck and did his trademark wing walk, but then he rushed out and lunged into the sold-out crowd at the Astrodome. You gotta love it. Coming up next on Inside Monster Jam, the number 4 monster truck race of the year, and also the muddiest. If you like crashes, put on your seatbelt, because our year-end Crash and Carnage video will take you for one wild ride. IMJ reporter Adam Murphy takes a look back at his favorite feature stories. And if you're going to have a best-of show, you can't leave out freestyle, where monster trucks are able to do what they do best. Also, the Outlaw Quad Series is decided in front of a sold-out Nashville crowd. Stay with us.
Get your 1997
Monster Jam.
World Tour Souvenir Yearbook. Read about sand tracks, quad wars, rough trucks, thrills, pulling, and of course, monster trucks. Driver feature stories, truck trivia, packs and figures, and games galore. Also, race point standings and full color pictures on every single page. Some Monster Jam posters so huge it didn't fit on one page. You gotta pull it out before you hang it up for only $5. Get your 1997
Monster Jam.
World Tour Souvenir Yearbook.
It's coming this summer. Domination. The legendary Monster Truck. One action-packed video. Never before seen crashes. Behind-the-scenes footage. To reserve your copy today, send us a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Domination Pace Motorsports. 477 East Butterfield, Suite 400, Lombard, Illinois, 60148. Available this summer. Inside Monster Jam.
This week's Monster Moment, which one are we going to talk about? What do you think? Maybe West Lebanon? Huh?
Yeah, why not? That's a rollover that I can remember pretty good.
Monster Moment.
What about it? What happened?
I was racing UFO. West Lebanon's a really cool track. I love racing there. And actually, when I rolled over racing him, I wasn't running as hard as I could run with the truck. So probably that's why I probably turned over. I got myself out of control driving so slow with it. But it was a pretty cool rollover. They had me wired up, you know, with the mic.
Whoa, baby. Yeah, we turned her over. She's over. That's what the people want. That's what they got. I got a tore-up truck.
And we got the truck flipped back on its wheels, checked it all out, and went out and won the race with it. And that was the coolest part.
Where I'm standing now, the sun's out. It's hot, it's muggy, it's nasty. I don't like it. But in L.A., torrential downpour, raining big time. Number 4 monster truck race. Check it out.
Monster Trucks. Number 4.
Whoever said it never rains in Southern California missed Monster Jam inside the LA Coliseum. But at IMJ, we keep our camera lenses clean to bring you all the action. If you thought a little of the wet stuff would dampen the spirits of the fans, you'd be wrong, because the wetter, the better. So let's go racing. At least try to go racing, because the mud wreaked havoc all night for the Monsters. Even Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger was no exception. During qualifying against Bustin' Loose, he gets water in the electrical system, forcing him to drop out. Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol were slated to face King Crunch, but a broken transmission in the previous round knocked Crunch out. Taking his place, the aptly named Survivor. Monster Patrol had some troubles with the muddy U-turn course as Chuck Jordan and Survivor advanced to the final round. In the finals, Reptoid got the free pass around the Coliseum when Survivor blows a cylinder at the start. With over $100,000 in damages to the monster trucks, officials were forced to cancel freestyling, but the fans still got their money's worth.
It's time for a Jammer question. Get those brainiacs rolling, because it's on.
Jammer question of the week.
Hi, my name is Joe, and my Jammer question is, what's the average cost of running a monster truck?
While you ponder this week's Jammer question, have a look at the IMJ calendar. The biggest truck pull in the world comes to Bowling Green, Ohio, August 15th through the 17th. The 31st Annual National Tractor Pulling Championships will feature over 400 entries, making this the biggest event of its kind in the world. The Monsters roll into the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, October 11th. Then Louisville, Kentucky hosts the big boys October 31st and November 1st inside Freedom Hall. You know tickets will go fast for Monster Jam Texas style inside the Houston Astrodome November 15th. If you're looking for some hot motorcycle racing, check out the National Arena Cross Series. They kick off a new season in Des Moines, Iowa, November 14th through the 16th. Albany, New York, November 21st through the 23rd, and Rockford, Illinois, December 5th through the 7th.
What does it take to be the best? To get to the top, you must conquer fear. You must conquer the opponent, but most of all, you must conquer gravity. Witness the mayhem as gravity kicks in at the worst possible moments. It's all here. Superbikes, motocross, supercross, plus a special bonus, the gorgeous women of motocross. Only $19.95. This incredible two-tape set is jam-packed with non-stop, unrelenting motorcycle action and beautiful women. Order now and get absolutely free. Hardcore Motocross. 60 minutes of outrageous jumps and incredible passes as we relive some of the greatest battles between motocross legends. You'll get this incredible two-tape offer plus Hardcore Motocross free. 3 tapes guaranteed to blow you away.
To order, call 1-800-639-9944. That's 1-800-639-9944. Or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Here's here's your Jammer answer.
Hi, my name is John Seasock. I have the Sudden Impact Monster Truck, and I have the answer to the Jammer question of the week. An average cost of a monster truck is about $75,000 to $150,000. You have the expenditures of the truck itself and a tractor trailer to haul the truck back and forth from the show, and then the fuel and the upkeep and the maintenance. It gets kind of costly, but it's all worth it when you see a smile on the fan's face. It's worth every penny.
Everybody's smiling. It's time to go to Adam Murphy, IMJ pit reporter. He's been there, done that. All the things I didn't check out, he scoped out for me. You know Adam Murphy?
Yeah, he's cute. The one with the white teeth?
That's him. What do you think?
I like Adam.
Oh, that's it. We got fans everywhere. Let's check it out now on IMJ. Ooh, Adam. Ooh.
Hey, you're right, Jerry. It's been a crazy season. And you better believe it, I've seen it all. Check it out on IMJ.
I am Transformer 216.
Pay no attention to that man behind that red glass door. Oh, my. We've got a wizard in here, but we're coming inside. Pay no attention to that man behind that door.
He went into this race wanting to be a spoiler. The flashbulbs are popping for this young man.
We're having the greatest year in the history of the sport. We've been hitting home runs all year. You know, I think there's a number of things that's driving it along. Obviously, the quality TV show, the coverage that we're getting. You know, part of the attraction surely has to be the great racing we've got.
Adam, you've got fans. Ooh.
There's buggies scattered from one end of Texas Stadium to the other. Unbelievable.
This is a Grand Prix style racing, which is unlike the straightaways. We're racing wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper, side rail to side rail. You'll see a lot of bumping and shoving and bouncing around, and it's one of the reasons this sport's so exciting.
We start trucking the dirt right after that, and we just keep trucking until it's done. It takes about 10 hours to put the base in and another 10 to build the track.
Hi, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to Race Rock.
Now in the pits with the sand drags. Now, this event got started when a couple of guys took their 4x4s and ran them through the mud.
When it comes to babies, man, the boy does cook. Adam, thanks a lot, really. I like to kid you, but you did a good job all year long. Let's go to number 3, where Wild Thing had a little bit of a problem there in Louisville.
Monster Trucks, number 3.
There was some horsing around inside Freedom Hall, but when the monster trucks came out on the fast, roundy-round track, it was all business. Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol had some problems with the Chevrolet versus Tony Farrell and Wild Thing. Patrol loses his rear shocks off the 1995 Chevy as his night came to a premature end. In the semifinal round, Wild Thing faced off against Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger. Digger seemed to have the victory in hand when he hits the jump a little too hard and blows an engine that was borrowed from Monster Patrol. The lesson learned is don't lend your spare engine to the Gravedigger because the Digger runs that Chevrolet pretty hard. Wild Thing also had a bit of a problem in the semifinal round. In the debut race for his unique skull design, Tony Farrell blows his top on the jump.
We were flying. Me and Dennis Anderson was racing, so of course we was all full aboard. I had some hellacious air. I come down, the body ended up falling down on the tire, flipping back over, land on this tire, broken about 4 pieces and hit the ground.
Peeled off like an orange.
Brand new first weekend on it, so that was the end of the number 1 body.
So what do you do when you've lost the body of your truck and have to face the equalizer in the finals? Well, you race with a half a body, of course. Wild Thing gets an IMJ A+ for determination. Dave Morris gets the equalizer off to the good jump on the line, and he powers the 1996 Chevrolet to the victory in Louisville.
Well, we've been following the Outlaw Quad Wars series all year long, and it's got to come down to the end. This is it. Nashville, Tennessee, all tied up. Who's going to take it, north or south? They're always jamming in the corners. IMJ, bringing you the news.
Outlaw Quad Wars.
Both teams made final preparations for the season finale inside the new Nashville Arena. The series was deadlocked at 700, and neither team was ready to concede defeat.
Last year I had some mishaps. I lost the number 1 plate. I'm really looking forward to getting back at it and bringing the championship home.
IMJ reporter Adam Murphy caught up with Team North captain Dan Allen.
Danny, this is what it all comes down to. What's your strategy for the big race?
There's no strategy. It's just win. That's all there is to it.
Allen backed up his talk by busting out with the early lead. Team South captain Rich Tompkins showed his gritty racing style and stuck right with his northern counterpart. On the final lap, Tompkins made his move for the championship. In doing so, he made contact with Allen, forcing him to crash out of the race. Another look shows the Team South captain made no effort to avoid the contact, which left Allen nowhere to maneuver his quad. Luckily, he wasn't injured in the incident. When Team South declared victory, it was predictable mayhem would ensure.
I'll take him and his best teammate against me and my best teammate right now, and this will decide the championship. You think you can just take me out like that?
The title came down to a two-rider, two-lap grudge race as Allen and Tompkins fought tooth and nail in the winner-take-all event. In the final corner, before the checkered flag, Tompkins made the pass. It gives Team South the season championship.
Yeah, he gave me a run, so what? I showed him what it's like. No rules quad racing, it's at my house. I showed him.
For Dan Allen, you just knew this loss had to be devastating. Hey, there's always next year, Dan. A final look at the scoreboard shows Team South taking the championship with 8 wins. There were a lot of highs and lows in the 15-round series, and we here at IMJ would like to salute the men and women who competed in the roughest and toughest motorsports competition in the world. As we work our way to the #1 race of the year, relive one of the gnarliest crashes ever when Inside Monster Jam returns.
Get your 1997 Monster Jam World Tour Souvenir Yearbook. Read about sand tracks, quad wars, rough trucks, thrills, pulling, and of course, monster trucks. Driver feature stories, truck trivia, packs and figures, and games galore. Also, race point standings and full color pictures on every single page. Some Monster Jam posters so huge it didn't fit on one page. You gotta pull it out before you hang it up for only $5. Get your 1997 Monster Jam World Tour Souvenir Yearbook.
Inside Monster Jam.
You heard it here first, the best of freestyle. My man Carolina Crusher, U.S. Truck Fest in Charlotte, Mega Donuts. Let's have a look right now, the best of freestyle. Hanging out in the pits with the USHRA officials. We're going to talk about the #2 Monster Truck Race of the Year. Whitney, that King Crunch U.S. Truck Fest, a little bit over the top, huh?
That's what I heard. I heard it was really bad.
You were there, so you saw it. What'd you think?
I'll tell you what, I was there, and that was the most violent thing I've ever seen in my life, but it looked great.
He walked off pretty good. He's lucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to him in time, and he was okay, and that was the important thing. He was safe.
Okay. #2 Race of the Year, right here, right now. King Crunch.
Monster Trucks.
With clear blue skies and perfect temperatures, it was a great day to bring the family out to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Although the Monster Truck Challenge main event was Saturday, 16 up-and-coming trucks stuck around and competed in the exhibition match. What do you expect from the biggest truck fest in the world? Scott Stevens and King Crunch were on their way to the victory over Survivor in the quarterfinals until the vicious landing off the crushed cars destroyed his truck in one of the most brutal crashes ever. Now, this crash is a testament to the safety precautions that all monsters must abide by, because Stevens emerged uninjured, although he was brought to the local hospital as a precaution.
And that's about the worst crash that we've had in a long time with a monster truck.
How does that one rack up insofar as crashes you've seen?
That was almost a 10 on bad crashes. I mean, it was one of the worst ones I've seen. End over end is bad.
In the final round, Brian Barthel and Little Tiger defeated Chuck Jordan and Survivor. On to the IMJ Championship, where despite a good drive to the finish line, Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher fell a little bit short to Dan Runte and Bigfoot. In a major blow to his masculinity, Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger upset by the only woman in the field, Pam Botters and Boogie Man. They got a little too close for comfort after the finish line, but avoided contact. Botters then faced Day 1 winner Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol in the semifinals. Mintz had the Charlotte track dialed in and easily defeated the Boogie Man. In the other semi, Day 2 winner Fred Schaefer and Barefoot, who is rumored to be retiring after this season, couldn't keep up with the Ford of Bigfoot. Runty moved on to the finals despite almost losing it after the finish line. The final showdown was a classic between two of the world's best trucks. Mintz and Monster Patrol seemed to get off the line cleanly, but in the U-turn section of the track, he spun the Chevy out, giving Bigfoot the clear sailing to the finish. That makes Dan Runty our third 1/900 Pro Race Final Showdown winner in 3 championship races. But Mintz, with a win and making the finals all 3 days, comes away as the first IMJ World Champion from Charlotte.
All in all, it went good at the U.S. Truck Fest. So, I mean, you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend for us. We've been working real hard for it, and it turned out really well.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Good
job, man.
I'll sign right there for you.
Hey, everybody likes a little bit of a crash and burn thing. I guess you come into the burn category down there in Chicago, huh?
Yeah, I do. I'll tell you what, it was a cold, windy day in Chicago, and we had to light things up and heat things up a little bit, but thanks to the track crew and the personnel, we extinguished the fire, and there was no major damage to the truck, and we ran the next day.
Okay, let's see the loop right now. Crash and burn.
Oh, my God! Look! 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 Look at this! Look at this! Help up good! Help up good!
All the way! Whoa! The moment you've been waiting for when IMJ returns, the #1 race of the year. Stay with us.
It's coming this summer. Domination. The legendary Monster Truck. 1 action-packed video. Never before seen crashes. Behind-the-scenes footage. To reserve your copy today, send us a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Domination Pace Motorsports, 477 East Butterfield, Suite 400, Lombard, Illinois, 60148. Available this summer. Inside Monster Jam.
Okay, our #1 monster truck race of the year had to be a Digger. Unfortunately, it wasn't you. It was Pablo Huffaker, one of the other drivers in Dallas. Man, he tore that thing up.
Yeah, he did. He tore it up, and then he just wanted to make sure that he tore it up, so he ripped the body off and came right back in probably 20, 30 minutes later and flipped the truck over again.
What do you think when your driver calls you up and tells you he has a bad wreck like that?
Well, I knew the fans loved it. A lot of times the guys at the shop kind of hate it.
And the Gravedigger always takes it on the edge. Let's look at it now on IMJ. The #1 truck race from Dallas. Pablo. Upside down. Sideways.
Monster Trucks. #1.
Repeat after me, Dallas. Monster! Monster!
Track announcer Terry Boyd gets the Dallas crowd pumped up for 10 monsters inside Texas Stadium.
We're here in Dallas, getting ready to talk to Pablo, driver of the Gravedigger. Maximum security. Nobody gets near this rig big time. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can drive it. Can I drive it?
No.
Please?
No.
I got money.
No.
Okay. I'm looking around. I go, where's Digger? And I just see this mass throng of people. And you over here. Booming autographs like you read about.
Oh, yeah, the Digger fans are out in force tonight. I hope that we can go out here and represent the Gravedigger the way it ought to be. They've been doing all this candy racing here lately. We're going to show them how the big boys run.
Oh, boy. I think we're going to close on that note. No candy racing here in Dallas.
The combination of a muddy track and the Gravedigger always makes for exciting racing. Driving in front of his native Texas crowd, Pablo Huffaker almost flipped over against Jim Jack and Reptoid. He saved the Chevy and rocketed across the line for the win. In the next round against Tom Mintz and Monster Patrol, though, Huffaker violently tossed the Digger over, totally destroying the fiberglass body. With the truck wrecked, nobody in the crowd thought that they would see the Gravedigger back anytime soon. But in wild Digger fashion, Gravedigger and Huffaker rolled back out for freestyle. And can you believe it? He rolled over one more time.
Never a dull day when the dig is in the house, or what is left of the grave digger. Call Dennis.
Dennis, we dug the grave.
What happened?
Actually, first round, I came around the corner racing Monster Patrol. I was a little bit ahead of him. I thought, man, I'm not going to let Tom get ahead of me on this deal and beat me. He's been beating me pretty bad a few times this year, so I just put the foot to it, never lifted. Got stupid in between the cars, got stupider over the second jump, and end over end she went.
I think you reached full hero status when you came back out, minus the shell. I mean, the crowd was going off.
Well, that's one good thing about these trucks is they're fully functional without the body, so take the body off, you still got a digger.
There's probably a little bit of a curiosity factor going on. You don't have to give us an exact number, but the shell and the paint job, about how much did you just throw down the tube?
$5,700, I think.
Hey, has anybody got $6 grand for my buddy Pablo? He's really happy and he
I won't get paid this year.
No, it's ugly, isn't it? You helped us with a beautiful Inside Monster Jam moment, make great television, and I'm glad you're healthy because safety is a major factor here. We were strapped in with a 5-point harness and a nice helmet and everything, right?
Yeah.
Ignition interrupter, the whole deal.
Everything worked just like it's supposed to. I mean, here I am.
It's just all your clothes came off.
Yeah.
Look. Woo. Hey, you gotta believe me when I told you he was going off in Dallas. That Pablo, how fakey, he was getting some. It's been a great year on the Monster Jam Tour. Let's close it out with really cool footage, the best of the best. Take it easy.
Watch for the encore presentations when we show it all to you again, coming up this fall right here on ESPN2.